That way. Go to
the... What's going on, everybody? Let me just quickly come over here and switch this thing on. What's going on, everybody, man? England versus Scotland, and we're bringing you the game here, live streaming. I'm here with Ebony. What's going on, Ebony? Ebony's just checking out. Ebony, can you hear me? So Ebony's having a little bit of mic problems at the moment. And guys, team sheet you can see here. I'm looking at Pickford in goal, James, Stones, Mings, Shaw as the back four. In the midfield, we have Mount, Rice, Phillips, and then we have Foden on the right, Sterling on the left, and Kane up front. So it's an all Man City front line. Them guys hate when I say that from Tottenham. All Man City front line. And sorry, I'm just a bit coughy at the moment. As soon as I got online and I spoke to Ebony, I started coughing a little bit. So bear with me for a second. I've picked up the stream for ITV and I'm streaming on live. So let me just put the link there in the description if you guys are checking it out so you can see where I am. And it's gone in there. So you can see that's the stream. That's the stream I'm using. I've just gone on to www.itv.com/hub/ITV. So that's what I'm watching on my computer right now. And the players are about to come out. Ebony, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Thank you very much. I'm hoping Scotland win. Yeah, right. Come at me.
Hit. Don't at people, man.
But yeah, I can see it being one of those exciting but not exciting games because it will be a bit like a Premiership match, but also I don't know, a combination of a Premiership match versus a SPL match, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, but it will be quite interesting. Who have we got and who have we got? So we've not got 18 saying go Scotland. We haven't got Saka, we haven't got Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish isn't there. Saka's not there. A few guys would be quite disappointed not to make the team.
I can see that. I can see that Southgate has gone for his favourites again.
Yeah, he has. And Willie's favourites get him into trouble. That is something that we don't really know at this point. Let me just do a few more sound checks before I just go in. I don't
know what Luke Shaw's done to actually deserve to even be picked.
Luke Shaw. Well, Luke Shaw, wasn't he renowned as the best left back in the league? Kieran Tierney, I think, is up there in the top 3. But most people are saying that Luke Shaw is the best. So, obviously it's questionable. It's questionable. People starting to join us now as kickoff comes into effect. Not really much to say about the team sheet, to be honest. It's a 4-3-3. I'm not sure about the defense. The defense hasn't really been tested, if I'm fair.
Please.
I mean, England's got some unbelievable players, but if Scotland can be solid defensively and keep their shape, I think that they've got a chance. And the players, guys, are making their way up onto the pitch. Wembley is not too far from where I am at the moment. Wembley's my hometown. As you all know, Wembley, born and bred Wembley. So Wembley's my hometown. So it's really nice to see them representing. The weather is terrible down there. It is pissing down with rain. I don't know what I'm going to go for. I think, it's going to be I think it's going to be England 2-1. I'd like to see Scotland show up and represent, though.
So do I.
And I'm just trying to see. Yeah, so the noise is shut off here because I got all the sound coming from my headphones, so there's no interference in terms of the stream that we're getting. And as I said, guys, I'm streaming directly from my TV.
Right, so I just finished singing the Scottish national anthem, and now here's God Save the Queen. And at this point, I'm going to mute the volume.
This is unbelievable. So all you England fans out there, Ebony's just giving you some love. Ebony's just showing you some proper love. Unbelievable. Come on, let's do this.
If I hear that theme tune one more time.
Unbelievable. And there's our tag up there, say no to racism, as always. Channel supports that very, very strongly. The Scottish people are going mad. You know what? I love Scottish fans, man. Scottish fans, they don't, England fans take it too seriously. And when they get knocked out, it's like all hell breaks loose. The Scottish people, they like the Irish. They want to go there, they want to party, they want to represent. And if they get knocked out, fair enough, they lost to the better team. So,
but have you seen some of the stuff on on social media?
Please do tell. Fans? Please do tell.
Well, okay, I'm gonna keep this clean because I'm very mindful that it's a pre-watershed. Some of them have been showing their nether regions.
Kilt.
Yeah, that. One of them, there was one where one guy was doing the wave on the tube.
Oh my God!
But you can actually see.
On. He was doing the wave with his kilt up.
No. I mean, literally, kind of like the hip hop wave on the floor.
Yeah.
But literally, like on the train, but you could see his nether regions while he's doing it. And then there's another one where somebody's actually taken a run and they're kind of like slid dive into a pool of water.
Yeah.
And it's just drunken fare, just being happy and in drink, I guess, or just being happy and being happy. To say to say that they've actually made the actual competition.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, it's going to be a decent game. Game's about to kick off. They've just gone for a break right now. So, guys, let's just chill, enjoy the game, and take it all in and see what happens there. Kuke's just logged on. Kuke says, hey, guys, we know it will require an unbelievable effort from Scotland to get anything out of this game. Yeah, it would be. It would be. But hasn't that always been the case? They wear their heart on their sleeve.
They're about to take the knee.
Yeah, I hope my stream doesn't stick. It seems to be solid at the moment. I mean, this ain't no Brazilian stream. This is a proper things on itv.com. So if they can't get it right, no one can get it right. Now, we didn't look at the Scottish team, but I'll just have a quick look at that. I'll just have a quick look at that here to see Wagwan. Right. Scottish team, Marshall in goal, Handley, Matomley and Tierney at left back. And then you've got O'Donnell, McGregor, Gilmore, McGinn, Robertson in the midfield. So they're going with a 5-man midfield, 3 at the back. And so they're going to try and close out the midfield, really. You can see the team sheet actually on the screen at the moment. Adams up front with Dykes. On the bench for England, you've got Maguire, Grealish, Henderson, Rashford, Trippier, Ramsdale, Cody, I rate Cody, Sancho, Calvert-Lewin, Chilwell, Johnson, and Bellingham.
No Saka.
No, Saka's not even on the bench. I don't see him on the bench. So he's not even in the squad. I'm all right with that, I'm all right with that, man.
I mean,
I don't want him to burn himself out, get injured, then he's out for 6 months.
Yeah, but then that's the same with Tierney as well. But I mean, I think you'd think that because he's played so well, Saka, you think that he'd have a chance. But True. like I keep saying, Southgate, he's got his favourites and he'll stick to them.
So let me say a big shout out to people in the chat room. What's going on, everyone in the chat? What's going on, everybody on Footy Banter on Facebook? Big shout out to you. And of course, my people 101 on Arsenal. Big shout out to the Facebook page. Big up to you guys. I hope you're all out there watching and enjoying the game.
Let me see. Scotland, push forward.
Yeah, it started, right? Is it kicked off for
you? Yes, it has. I'm 1 minute 23 seconds.
Okay, cool. So it should have kicked off. It's kicked off for me as well. Let me see what's going on the Facebook page. Here we go. Excellent. Excellent. Now, you're not going to believe what's happened. My ITV stream is just starting to blow up a little bit. So I'm going to refresh my page. This is typical, isn't it?
You should get yourself a little television and
Nah, my office can't take it. I've got the big 24-inch screen. I've got a 27-inch screen to my right-hand side, which is where my apps and everything works, and my Xbox and laptop and everything is all plugged in. So my big TV is in the other room, and if I was in there, I'd be able to watch it on satellite. But yeah, game's kicked off now, guys. So here we go.
Let's still nil-nil. So England.
There's a few boos as the players take a knee that was drowned out by applause and cheering. So that's nice, isn't it? The crowd was so loud they drowned out all the boos from taking a knee, which is just embarrassing.
Yeah. The same people who boo are the same people that will cheer Calvin Phillips, Raheem Sterling, and any other black player when they score a goal.
Yeah, for real. Well, let's put up a banner here so we can take a look. So it's finished 1-1 in Group D. The other game between Croatia and Czech Republic finished in a draw. So that gives England a huge incentive today. It's 3 points against Scotland would confirm a top 2 finish in their group. So that would be nice.
The thing is, it's like a lot of England fans get really hyped up when England get an easy group, a relatively easy group, or a group that they should actually finish top in.
Yeah.
Until they actually come against a team like Belgium or Germany or France or Holland and get battered out of the competition.
Yeah, very, very, very true. Very true. Comments coming in. A Facebook user says Kieran Tierney coming back in. The back three is going to be very strong. Yeah, the back three is going to be very strong for them. I totally agree. Let's have a look here.
Scotland had a chance there, but it was blocked.
Oh, that's mad. That is mad. It is a brave team. I think they're going to go for it.
So do I, Scotland.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it. I wouldn't like to see them sitting back. Shea Adams just had a shot and it's just gone wide.
Oh, Scotland. Got this in the bag.
I think so. John Stone said that. Oh, that message was from G. It says, "Why is my name coming up?" It's coming up now, but it wasn't before, mate. It wasn't on your other message on this one. So, but it's coming up now. So whatever it is, that means it's working. Let me get rid of this, so you can see the nice little background we got there. We've got the England and the Scottish flag in the background. I'm on the English side, and funny because I'm all red in the background, and Ebony is on the Scottish side, and she's wearing the blue. She's got the blue folders in the back. She's just going with all the blue narrative. Very, very nice. I promise you guys, we didn't plan that. I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt, so, so we didn't plan that at all.
All right, what's going on here? So England have a free kick.
So I'm on. Let me see this stupid website. I'm on 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So I would expect I'm a few seconds behind the. No, you're on what?
I'm on 6 minutes.
6 minutes? You're a whole minute ahead of me. Well, that makes sense because it's being transmitted live to ITV. Then they've got to go through their servers, pump it through their website, so that there's going to be a big delay. Let me see if I can speed this little ras up. So I hope you guys are enjoying my videos daily. I'm back doing videos now, uploading them on the channel, having a lot of fun with them. And thanks for you guys who are supporting the channel. I make sure that I give you guys thanks every day when I'm uploading. So don't forget about my people. Yeah, 101. Big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to the massive.
All right, England have got a free kick.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think
England look a little bit panicky. England look a little bit panicky. It's a quick start for Scotland. Look, you can see Scotland are right in there in the tackles. They've just flown out of the blocks. And they look like a different team to the one that played on Monday.
It's because it's England-Scotland. It's a big rivalry. It's,
yeah,
you know, most of the players know each other. Okay, so I see that free kick go anywhere.
So G, you're American, so who do you want to win?
Oh, McGinn was fouled.
Oh, here we go. So G says, in terms of expectation levels, just go with it. See where it goes. The whole nation is behind this squad now, and you can feel it. And then he says, I want Scotland to win, dude. Yeah, most Americans would say that. Americans love, if there's one thing I know about Americans, they love the Irish and they love the Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you meet any American, the first thing they'll say to you is, I want to go to Ireland, I want to go Scotland, and I want to go Paris. Those are the three, because you know they're going to go England anyway. But they always say they want to go Paris, France, they want to go Scotland, they want to go Ireland. And there's all these romantic rom-coms, these films that have all these getaway cottages in Ireland and Scotland, and they love all that stuff. What is it? Bridget Jones and Notting Hill and all that stuff. Yeah, some madness up there. Yeah. And Americans, they see those green lands with the little cottages and the local pubs, and they love all that stuff.
And I think that epitomizes England. That's just
yeah.
Well, some Americans do, but remember, some Americans travel.
That's their interpretation of what it looks like. Look, G's saying so true, dude. That's their interpretation of how they see it on them romantic films. So we've had the cross that's just coming on the near post. Ebony's way ahead of me, so she could tell you before I do.
Right, I'm on 9:15, and we have.
I'm refreshing this thing, man. I'm refreshing this website. I'm about to boot this website out and go and grab myself a television. No, I'm on 8 minutes 50.
Okay, so you've got Scotland and England's half. Oh,
so just by refreshing the page, it jumped up 30 seconds.
What minute are you on now? Because I'm almost on 10.
I'm on 9 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, you're not that far behind me.
Yeah, I just refreshed the page and it jumped up. Big shout out to all you guys watching the stream. What are you saying? Hope you're enjoying the Arsenal news. No Saka, no Arsenal players except for Kieran Tierney in Scotland, so you can cheer him on. Be difficult to do if he was an England fan, but there you go. We're getting Neomis coming up later as well, so Neomis is going to be here. He just had some stuff to do for work. But you can see, I mean, with England, the mentality has kind of changed, but Scotland are really bringing the game to England.
Yeah, I think Mason Mount tried to score from outside the box, but it was blocked by their defender, which is a very good block, actually. And now they've got a free kick, a corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tremendous start at Wembley, guys. Scotland are looking really confident. Can see Sterling on the ball now. He brings it out wide as I was just about to say, as Arsenal come forward for an attack. England, man. Right, England, we've got Kane on the right-hand side, Sterling, and Foden's on the ball inside the penalty area, trying to dribble. He's got some space. Mason Mount tries a shot, but it deflects out for a corner, and Ebony's way ahead of that.
Yeah, now. It's like my TV. It's like the TV here keeps freezing.
Ah, so England get a corner, guys, after stringing a few passes together. He pulls it back for Mason Mount. and the shot is deflected behind for a corner. Let's see what happens there. So we've got Ebony's dodgy. We've got Ebony's dodgy TV, and we've got my dodgy live stream.
It hits the post.
Whoa! Hit the post.
Hit the post.
What a chance by England.
Guys, wake up at this point.
Guys, the corner comes in. John Stones rises up high. Smack, brilliant header. Hits the woodwork from a corner. Scotland leave him completely unmarked. He's a couple of inches away from giving England the lead. What a chance. He just towers. Is the replay? He just towers above everybody.
Oh.
And it just vibrates.
Mason Mount, there was an interception by Sterling.
What a delivery.
And then he crosses it to Mount, but then Mount kicks it out of play.
What a delivery.
Scotland have got to start proper man marking, because they seem to be asleep with regards to marking whoever they player marking. They seem to be asleep right there.
The delivery by Mason Mount. Kuke says, "How did Stones not score, mate?" The goalie was planted. He didn't even move. England was inches away from an opener there, guys. Harry Kane coming back now. It goes into the box from Sterling. And Mount gets on the end of it and steers it wide. England all over Scotland right now.
Oh,
yeah, here it is. Scotland made a mistake.
Scotland could have had a chance there, but it was saved by the goalie. They were on the break.
Oh, England had 2 chances there. Could have got 2 goals. Sterling nicks the ball off the defender. He slots it into Mason Mount, who's running in. And he kind of hits it early. Yeah, he doesn't get a good connection on it. What a shame. But I'll tell you, we are in for a game here, guys. We are in for a great game.
I see Calvin Phillips has been given some stick about his background as well to use against.
Really? Oh, please do tell. That's a great ball in us keepers, though.
Well, did you not see the front of the Daily Fail about how he's half Irish? His mum's Irish. His dad's Jamaican and in jail. He's had the same girlfriend since he was 11. Blah blah blah. Basically, just you know how it is with black players that they love to bring up.
They love to highlight it, and rub their face in the urine.
Their culture to use against them.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if we looked at these journalists, found out about their lives, and plastered it all over social media? That would be nice. That would level it up a little bit. You can see, guys, again, Scotland getting extra physical here with Liverpool, as they have been doing for the whole game. Phillips looks like he's retaliated, though. And the referee's talking to the captain, Harry Kane, saying to Phillips, look, you can't do that. You can't retaliate. So this is the thing. England are getting roughed up by Scotland in midfield. And as soon as
somebody's got a yellow card here.
Yes, Phillips. Should be Phillips.
No. McGinn, Scottish player. You see what he's done. So here's the highlights.
It's another chance.
Why would you? That is a yellow card. So an England player fouls a Scottish player by bringing him down, and you're giving John McGinn a yellow card. Doesn't make any sense.
That's madness. That's madness. I tell you what England are doing well, though, guys. England are really putting the pressure on Scotland. Scotland's attempts to play out from the back is getting them to trouble at the moment. They've already been... Matomley is already robbed by Sterling, and then it happens again. Yeah, I can see the booking now. Yes, McGinn. Oh, it's for dissent. So that Scottish foul mouth passion, referees having none of it. Yeah. John McGinn getting booked inside the first 15 minutes is not good, mate. It's not good. That puts a little bit of pressure on him. But the Spanish referee is not going to take any nonsense today. Normally, a British referee would have just had a word with him and said, look, mate, come on, let's calm it down a little bit. Spanish referee ain't taking none of that. Not having it. Spanish ref is not having it at all. And actually, guess who it is? It's Antonio Miguel. It's the official who was in charge of the Champions League final. That's interesting. So far, guys, the threat from England's coming down the right-hand side, while Scotland created that early chance from Adams down the flank of their right-hand side. So it's right-hand side attacks that's ruling the day today. But we're just watching the replay again. Look at that. Header from John Stones. That should have been 1-0. Unmarked. Look at the replay here of Southgate absolutely going nuts. But just the confirmation of that booking, Dykes is outmuscled by Mings, who just shows more strength than the QPR man to get to the ball. I don't think it's a foul, but McGinn starts giving the referee a little bit of flack, and then he's booked for dissent. Oh! So there's a long ball over to Phil Foden, and actually the referee puts his flag up. But it was a beautiful ball. You can see here. Inch. Ooh, was he off? I don't know about that, but the ball is played over from Robinson to Foden. He controls it in front of the defenders. He does slip the ball to the left. It's inches wide, but it's offside anyway, so it wouldn't account, and he missed the target. Danger there, though. It's a good run.
Didn't see that, but Scotland have got to wake up by the sounds of it.
Yeah. The ball was from Calvin Phillips, by the way. And it was a move that worked well against Croatia, remember? I always think when the things that happen, that's like a quarterback picking out a wide receiver for 50 yards, just hitting him in stride, making sure that he gets on the end of it.
Okay, England have got a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I think John Stones is coming up to... Right, so in the box, you've got Foden, Sterling. Cleared. Or Scotland, get more bodies forward, man. Scotland need to get more bodies forward, man. It's just like you're back towards their goal. It's like they're playing a more defensive game. They need to.
They're under pressure now. The corner for England. It's the second corner for England. They looked a lot calmer in the last 10 minutes. Sterling and Shaw link up well before Shaw finds Mount on the outside, and he wins a corner from Latomli's block. Pressure coming in from England right now. But seriously, guys, England should be ahead. England should be ahead because of that. Tottenham playing hard in the midfield, but England are pressing them well. So let's see what these guys think in the chat. What do you guys think in the chat? How do you think it's going? I think Foden's playing really well at the moment. Kane not so much. Sterling looks a bit lively, but Sterling's just had a handball there in the midfield, and again, ref is having none of it. Kuke says, been looking forward to this game for many months. I'm sure you have, mate. What's going on to you people who are watching, man? Tell me what's going on with you. What do you think of the game so far? For me, England should be ahead. How does John Stones miss the target there is beyond belief. It's going to feel like heartaches. Cricket Ball is saying 50-50. Scotland are up for it. Yeah, they are, mate. Scotland are well up for it. And England are enjoying a nice period of pressure at the moment. You can see Dykes here. Dykes does a proper Premiership move, or Scottish Premiership move, that stops Kane. He's been on Kane. I tell you, he's been in Kane's pocket for most of the game. I'll give him that. Harry Kane's had 6 touches of the ball so far in the first 22 minutes. So Dykes done his job. He's done a proper job on him. Corner in, a cross in from Scotland. Comes into the middle. It's cleared by England. Kieran Tierney tries a long shot, but it just goes over the top. No one's really tested Jordan Pickford at the moment. Would have been a great goal if that would have went in.
Okay, what have I missed?
Kieran Tierney had a long shot from outside the area. It dipped and just went over the bar. Still a battle in the midfield, to be honest. And also you missed the corner. But I was just talking about how Dykes has done a job on Harry Kane. Harry Kane's had just 6 touches of the ball so far.
It's been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
But then again, it's only 22 minutes.
Yeah. And you can see here Scotland pushing up on England's defenders, trying to force them into an error. It has been an entertaining game. I'll give them that. And you can actually hear the England supporters in the stands giving it their all. That should wake up the Scottish supporters a little bit. Here we go. England on the attack.
Oh, nice.
18 says, I'm still going for the Blues. They're both the Blues, mate. And then he says Scotland.
Sterling is intercepted by one of their players whose name I don't know.
Man, game's just starting to settle down a little bit after 25 minutes. But they haven't tested Jordan Pickford.
They will.
They haven't really tested him. That's a great ball to Sterling. He can't get through.
Now, why would you hit Dykes in the head?
It's well played. Look, Scotland are doing all right at the moment. Can't knock it. I think if you're Scott after 25 minutes, you'll take it.
You see the Scottish fans now, they're just jubilant.
And remember, guys, the other game finished 1-1. So really, if Scotland wanted a chance to get through, they really do need a point here. Could get a point here, could win their next game and go through, providing England wins the next game. You can see Dykes.
You can see that Tierney was going for the ball.
Yeah.
But you can see Foden trying to play it act.
So far, the guys who've made a real impact in the game is Phillips passing from the back has been fantastic. Raheem Sterling's runs are causing Scotland hella problems. He's combining well with Mason Mount on that left-hand side, and they're getting the wrong side of Scotland's back line on 4 or 5 occasions already today. You feel that if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen from that side.
Okay, Scotland on the attack right now, and is that Keane with a cross?
Foden's down. I think Kieran Tierney just stepped on his
I think
foot. It was an accident.
He went for the ball, basically.
Yeah, it was an accident.
A goal kick to no, he throws it. Scotland pass.
Yeah, I look. Pickford gets the ball up here. That's a heavy touch on Pickford. Look at that. That's not good. That's Bert Leno type shit. Heavy touch. You can't be confident in playing the ball back to a goalkeeper when he keeps having a heavy touch on the ball like that. You got to know how to control the ball when it's being played back to you. England won't be feeling tidy and safe at the back with that. And he was closed down by Dijk as well. Yeah. Long ball being played over again.
Got in.
How is Saka? I just thought, how is Saka and Grealish not playing in this game?
Ask Southgate.
I should ask Tom Ashton. I should ask Tom why Saka's not playing on this in this game. He's not even on the bench.
Is Grealish on the bench?
Yeah, Grealish is on the bench, yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, man. John Stones missed a chance.
You've seen Harry Kane try to do a fly header.
Well, Harry Kane ain't doing much in this game. I think Dijk is doing a brilliant job on him. In fact, Harry Kane has not had a single touch inside Scotland's box.
Apart from that one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And he headers it out anyway. Okay, Scotland now have a goal kick.
We can actually have a look at that. So for England fans, this is Harry Kane right here. That's how much touches he's had on the ball. And then Ebony just said that Kane had his first chance. So let's see what happens here. It looks like he's onside. It is tight. Yeah, he gets his head to it as well. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad chance.
One header it.
Is VAR having a look at it? Yeah, it's close. I don't know why VAR are looking at it. The ball didn't end up in the back of the net.
Scotland were close through McDonald.
So guys, James got a bit of space with Robinson dropping deep. McGregor was struggling to get to him. He pings it to the back of the post to Harry Kane, who was stretching, really, really outstretched to get his header in, and it smacks just wide of the goal frame. But the flag went off for offside. I don't think it was offside. I thought Kane was onside.
Scotland were close had it not been for Pickford.
Pickford turned up. And guys, let's remember. Look at this. The cross comes in from Scotland. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's a good save. Yeah, it was from effort from Shea Adams. Cross comes in from O'Donnell. And shot comes in. Actually, O'Donnell, he hits it first time, and Pickford makes a fantastic save. What a delivery from Reece James down that right-hand flank. That's not bad. Yeah, Robertson on the overlap hasn't done much today, but that goes to show you how good Scotland can be when he does go on the overlap. Good chance there from Scotland. It's a big save. And guys, it went forward because Kieran Tierney released it on the overlap. You got to put that down as a chance. You can see, though, you can see why Scotland fans were so desperate for Kieran Tierney to come back into the team, because he got the better of Reece James there.
In his pocket.
Mm. Harry Kane's got no pace. You think Harry Kane's going to knock the ball forward and go past you? Someone's down at the moment. Scottish players back up.
Yeah.
It's McGinn. It's McGinn. And McGinn, even with his injured foot, makes a tackle on Mount. Foden makes a run through, but his first touch was heavy. It's gone out for a goal kick.
It seems like Harry Kane is waiting for that killer pass so he can poach. Maybe it's just me.
Good block there. Guys, 32 minutes gone. And still 0-0. It's funny. O'Donnell's effort, which was just saved by Pickford, the rebound, they had a chance, Scotland, at a rebound to get it in, and it just comes off his head. It was too much pace on it. Great effort, though.
I must say that Scotland are actually clearing a lot of England's chances.
Mm.
I think a lot of England fans thought that this would be an easy walkover. It isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would have to say so.
The England players for me have been Mount, Sterling, and Foden.
Yeah, for Scotland, it's Robinson and Tierney for me. Kulke's just said, stop Andrew Robinson, and that's 60% of the work done for England, isn't it? Why aren't they doubling them? Well, if you're sending an extra man over for Robinson, then that leaves Tierney free. If you send a man extra for Tierney, that leaves Robinson free. So you have to play the numbers. You have to try and balance that, and then hope that none of them don't heat up. But we've seen from the problem so far with Scotland, it's them two on the flanks that are getting it done. That's a great ball from Mason Mount into Sterling, and Sterling can't bring it under control. You can see you got to like what England are doing. They're playing the ball through the channels. They're knocking it high over the Scotland defenders' heads, picking out their angles. And you've seen it 3 or 4 times. And when it does connect, Scotland are in trouble. It's Mason Mount, though, and Foden and Phillips that are really playing the balls in for England.
England have had 65% possession.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotland, man.
I'm just sending Nabil a message. Saying something about I haven't heard from Nabil today, actually.
I hope he's all right.
So possession, guys. Yeah, 65%. Yeah, you were right. 65%.
Please don't tell me Tierney's injured again.
What did I tell you about not letting Saka play? That's what I said to you about Saka. I said, come on, man. You can't let... I don't really care if Saka doesn't play, because it's just... Remember when Robin Van Persie and them guys used to go off and play for international teams and then get injured, out for 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, man.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about when our players go off injured that they're away for 6 months, and when they go off on loan and they get injured, they're back in 6 days.
That's some foolishness, man. Guys, here's the charts here, so you can see possession 26% in the England half, 56% in the midfield, and 17%. So really, the pressure is coming in on England. It's not bad. Not too bad. England enjoying more of the ball in the midfield, and they've had 4 shots on goal. Scotland have been tested England twice so far. Also, the conditions haven't been great, guys. Let's be fair. The weather is
used
not
to it,
good.
though, isn't it?
Yeah. Man, Scotland's just lacking that one little pass. The last ball. You can see the Scottish fans there partying away.
We've got a corner.
The funny thing is, guys, we've gone 38 minutes, and Kieran Tierney, he was a doubt for the game, but there's nothing wrong with his fitness. He's pegging it all over the field. He just won a tackle there from Mason Mount. That would be Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. I'll have that all day long. Welcome to everybody who's just joining the stream. Big shout out to all of you lot. Let me know what you think of the game as well.
What's up, people? Okay, so
I'm loving the passion Scotland are showing here. And Scotland have got a corner. What's happened, Ebony?
It was pushed out. And then you just saw Sterling on the break. And now Scotland have just kicked it out from goal.
Kuke saying Scotland's attitude is doing them a lot of favours. Agreed. 100%. It's a corner for Scotland here, guys. It might be their first one in the game. And it's a weak punch, but at least it's a punch out by Pickford. Look at Sterling go. He can't. Kieran Tierney is there. See, people talk about pace and Tierney getting rinsed. That was a foot race there for Raheem Sterling, and Kieran Tierney got to the ball first. Good play.
It's at that moment that Kieran Tierney had Sterling in his pocket.
Yeah, he did. Man just on the commentary just said Jack Grealish would be a real asset for England. And why isn't his ass on the field? What would the Saka and the Grealish be doing on the field right now with Foden and Sterling and Harry Kane? Come on, man.
It's like everybody, it's like a lot of people are saying that Harry Kane's world class. No, he flipping ain't.
Well, yeah, he ain't showing it in this game, that's for sure.
He's exceptional, but he's not world class. And this tag world class is just so overused.
Yeah, look, it's a funny one for me. I don't rate no Spurs players, but still. Song, if I had to rate anybody, it would be Song.
And maybe Lloris.
I would offer Song an Arsenal contract tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Would you?
Yeah, if it was Song, yeah, no doubt about it, man.
And there's also it's like, is Harry Kane going to stay at Spurs?
Nah, I told you, Man City's got their front three playing up here. They got Sterling, Foden, and they got Kane up front. So we're playing with the Man City front three right now. I know Spurs fans don't want to hear that, but it is what it is, bros. Love ya and all that in North London, some proper North London love. But it ain't happening, man. He ain't staying. Meanwhile, Arsenal just getting Ben Watson, James Maddison getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Are we getting James Maddison? Because you know me and my sauce.
I know.
You know me and my sauce.
Yeah, I know, man. You're an Arsenal.com girl. I heard we're putting in a 60 million bid. What's today? Friday. So
Yeah.
I heard we're looking to put it through on Monday. I heard we're looking to put in a 60 million bid for Maddison, and that sounds about right for him.
Until I see the sources, until I see the images, you know what those images are.
Mm-hmm.
Until I see the holding of the shirt, the posing of the shirt with the back.
Yeah, that's going to be hard because he's with the England team at the moment, isn't he?
With Maddison.
Yeah.
Is he on the bench today?
I'm not sure if he's on the bench. So, guys, we've got 5 minutes until halftime.
I've got 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, well they're on the break right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Why Grealish is not on the pitch? It's just doing my nut.
They probably bring him on at the second half. Southgate will probably look at this and think, okay, my chosen three are not scoring, so I need more firepower.
Yeah,
who am I going to? Who am I going to relinquish?
G said Sterling is all over the place. He and Kane are adding nothing. How much longer should Grealish warm the bench with them on the pitch? It happened in the first game, mate. It happened in the first game. This is just Gareth Southgate's tactics. Yeah, if manager wants to see his team playing one way, he'll pick the players that he thinks is going to do a job for him. And so far, I mean, they're having an okay game. They're not losing. And then you've got that added incentive of bringing Grealish on in the last 20 minutes. Don't know why Saka's not even on the bench. Strange one. Kieran Tierney is just pure love, though, man. Kieran Tierney is pure love.
That's why I've got his name on the back of my shirt.
Oh, yeah, you got a Tierney shirt, didn't you?
And he said, I believe that he signed a new contract as well.
So it's 44 minutes. I'm on 44 minutes.
Well, I've got about 20 seconds to go.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be any added time on.
Let's have a look here.
Scotland have actually done pretty well, although they've had a couple of shaky moments.
I think England are defending is passive. They're allowing Tottenham to pass the ball around.
Tottenham.
Sorry, they're allowing Scotland to pass the ball around.
Oh, okay. End of first half.
All right. Okay, so end of first half. So that's not a bad... guys, I thought that was quite an entertaining first half, to be honest. Time. Let me just type this up here. I thought that was quite an entertaining first half at the moment. For me, Kieran Tierney returning for Scotland in that first half, really boosting their defence and contributing in attack effectively is what really has made this game stand out for Scotland. Robertson's had his moments as well, but for me, their best player has been Tierney. As for England, Phillips has been okay. He's been delivering some good balls from England's own half. Foden and Sterling have done well to get onto the end of stuff. Sterling's had some chances to provide some nice balls on the inside, but just not really getting it done in the final third. But I think I think England at the moment are kind of matching Scotland's intensity, and that's all they really need to do. But, I think England can play a lot better than this. I think Scotland would be more happy out of the two. What about you guys? What do you think?
I think that, Scotland have had a couple of scary moments, particularly with the chances that England have had. particularly with John Stones' chance where he hit the post. But I think Scotland have done pretty well. I think they've dealt with I think they've intercepted well. I think they've defended reasonably well. They've had a couple of chances themselves, Scotland, particularly from who is it? McDonnell, from that cross from Tierney. Yeah, I'm just looking for me, their best players have been Tierney, because down that left-hand side, and you know me and Tierney and his left-hand side, that left-hand side is his. Adams has been all right as well. And but their goalie really hasn't had a lot to do. England, they've had like 3 or 4 good chances. They've hit the post, they've hit the crossbar. They've been on the back foot themselves with Scotland, you know, having their chances.
Especially in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it hasn't been it hasn't been their way at all, as people probably expected it to be. It'll be very interesting to see who they bring on, Scotland. I'm also quite interested as well. Well, not really, but you know, for the purpose of this, it'll be very interesting to see who England bring on, whether they bring on Grealish, who else, and whoever else is on the bench, because Sterling, he's been lively, but he's been in players' back pockets. They've actually marked him out. I would say that Sterling has been marked out. Steve Clarke knows, look, this Sterling is quite a dangerous player, so therefore this is what you need to do to mark him out, and he has actually got his tactics right where Sterling's concerned. Kane's been dead, apart from that one chance that he had, the flying header, as I call it.
Well, yeah, that was offside, so we can't count it as a chance. So you have to say he's been dead food. His contribution's been close to nothing.
He's been quiet. Maybe you know, he'll come to light when he gets that killer pass, which he will feed off, and then everyone will be like, "Yay, Harry Kane!" You know, the greatest player England's ever produced.
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna, while you're saying that, I'm gonna send Andy a message. I'm gonna say to him, Harry Kane ended the half with just 10 touches and a passing completion of 40%. That's worse than Aubameyang. Boy, 40% passing completion. What is Harry Kane doing?
I think I would say that, you know, for England, Mason Mount and Foden and Sterling have actually been the players to watch. Maybe Luke Shaw, but then again, he's not. I don't rate him.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
I think I have to go with, well, first of all, Jordan Pickford for that save to deny O'Donnell's volley to stop Scotland from going in 1-0. That the strength to palm it so quickly was impressive. So I'm gonna have to say Jordan Pickford's a pick for me. Tyrone Mings has been fantastic. You know, he's been everywhere. He's been putting the tackles in, clearances. He's won a couple of nice duels to stop Scotland's counter-attacks. Luke Shaw's been good. He's been up and down that left-hand flank. And Phillips, the balls that we're getting in from Phillips.
He's been good as well.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips. His balls coming through, very influential at the moment. Declan Rice been all right, steady. Foden's been okay, but you know, what would Phil Foden be like if he had Marcus Rashford and Jack Grealish around him? You know what I mean? So yeah, and Mount has been okay. Mount has, but not as good as Foden. But again, for me, Raheem Sterling has been bright, running around, getting behind them, dangerous runs. He's got a little bit of confidence in him now since he scored in the last game. And And I think for Scotland, probably obviously Kieran Tierney,
Adams.
Superb link-up play. You'd have to give a shout out to Robinson as well, but Adams has been their best player.
I just have to say that, you know, there was a point where they're actually looking at Scotland's chances right now, and there was a point where Kieran Tierney ran from one end of the pitch right down to the other. No one's marking him, and then he comes along and he just crosses the ball to give Scotland a chance.
Oh, that's close.
That is how valuable Tierney is. From the Scotland end of the pitch, right down the left-hand side.
Yeah, you can see. You see the way he dropped off John Stones there. You see the way he just dropped off him.
John Stones just like, where art thou?
Yeah, no, it's a good move from Che Adams. I mean, look, his hold-up play, his running behind to lure players into the ball, his vision and his movement has been really, really good. If there's anything that you got to say that's critical with him, is he should have scored.
Who?
Che Adams. Yeah.
Yeah, but Pickford.
It's a great save from Pickford. I think Dykes has been okay as well. Dykes is the one. Lyndon Dykes has set the tone for Scotland. And he's brought that physicality that Scotland need to really bring the game to England. Oh man, John Stones, what is he thinking? He should have scored there.
He should have done. I mean, he hit the cross, the post.
Yeah, it looked like it was right in the corner. Look, let's look at it again. It's the post. It's the post. Yeah. It's the top bit of the post. And there's the bit where Raheem Sterling gets the ball, he slips it in, and Foden. Oh, it's not Foden, it's Mason Mount. Mount makes a fantastic run. Look at that. He makes a great run in there and just gets it all wrong.
I have a sneaky feeling that this will be a draw. This is playing out to be a draw.
That'd be a good result for Scotland.
But then who would they need to play next? They would need to play Croatia next. Okay. But then again, it's been quite physical as well, in the sense that, you know, bringing downs and, you know, like pushing, and that's what you have to expect in this game.
Yeah,
it has been physical, but it's like an SPL versus EPL. And you can see that both teams are not giving each other an inch. And Kane's been poor. I'm not even going to go on about Kane, because at the end of the day, there's a lot more. There are positives to this game. And I know lots of people will be looking at Kane thinking, you know, he's not been in it. Like he's the only one that actually matters. But
yeah, and I wouldn't put it past him to score after having such a stinky first half. Oh, here's the thing that I talked about for Mokhtar. So here it is. It says 10. Harry Kane has had just 10 touches in the first half, the fewest of any player on the pitch, while just one was in Scotland's box. And that's the one that you mentioned, that was in Scotland's box. But even that was offside, so I didn't even know if you can count that as a touch. So it says England forwards completed just 2 of 5 pass attempts, which is 40%. He's only completed 2 passes in the whole game. That's awful. That's worse than Aubameyang. Where is Harry Kane, everybody?
Who cares?
Where is Harry Kane? Yeah, we are. But if England's going to win this game, then they need their talisman to step up.
Yeah, but then they've got Sterling, they've got Foden, they've got Mount, they've got who else they got? Stones.
I think they need to get Rashford and Grealish on. That would be it for me.
I'm actually, and there's another surprise as well. I'm actually surprised that Rashford isn't there. I guess if Rashford is playing, another maligned player, if Rashford was there, they probably would have been 2 up by now.
Yeah, true. What's going on, Mr. B? Yeah, listen, back after 6 months suffering from COVID pneumonia, and I'm back. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting there. And listen, thanks for supporting the channel, mate. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, Mr. B. G is saying, I agree, Apollo. England needs some more pace. Foden is hugely technical, but he's completely nullified. And look, you got to put that down to Dykes. Dykes is handling Harry Kane. He's putting the pressure on Foden. He's doing well today. Get some pace in, get Rashford or Grealish to run behind. That's exactly what I just said. And he also says they need to make a couple of substitutions that have been poor. 18 said, the draw says it all. Balanced game, Apollo and Ebony.
It is balanced. It
is very, very balanced. Kuke saying, it's been poor from England. Scotland have been the better team. They want it more.
It looks like it. Well, in certain aspects.
Yeah, I would say Scotland by a smidge. England are just not.
That's probably because I want them to win. So, and so does Greg G.
The thing is, England are pressing well. When they don't have the ball, England, I think, are doing a good job pressing, but they just haven't moved the ball quickly enough when they're in possession. You see,
yeah, but that's because Scotland. That's because Scotland are marking them well.
Yeah, they're pressing them.
And Steve Clarke has actually he's got his tactics right.
Play this like a Premiership game. At the moment, it's great for Scotland, but this is the first time England have failed to record a shot on target in the first match at Wembley since November 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's the first time that's not good for England.
Wow.
And again, as Ebony said, you got to give credit to Scotland.
Then again, I'm not really an England supporter anyway, unless it's the ladies' team.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago on the on the Premiership show on a Friday night. Look, England are taking too many touches, man, and they're not moving the ball quickly enough. That's where they need to improve for me. And what does that mean? You get Grealish, you get Marcus Rashford. I'd bring them both on. I wouldn't mess around. I would bring them both on.
It'd be quite interesting to see who Scotland bring on.
Honestly, if I was them, I'd keep it as it is now.
You know what? I take off Kane. He's been so ineffective in the first half. I'd take him off.
The thing is, can you take off the England captain, though? I mean, they wouldn't.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I think you can. If Arsenal can take off Aubameyang, why can't England take off Kane?
Yes, you know how it is, man. It's Southgate, isn't it? Southgate's got his boys, man. Kuke agrees with you. Said, I agree, Ebony. Feels like England are playing with 10 men. Harry Kane has done literally nothing. Would love to see his touches and pass completion stats. You did, mate. 40% pass. He's only completed 2 passes in the whole game.
Okay, kick off again.
Right, we're back. Yeah, we're back.
Right, so looking at Grealish, Rashford.
Ian Wright saying the same thing as us. He's saying, look, get Grealish on. You gotta love. Look, Graham Souness is Scottish, and he's just laying it into them. He's just beating them up. What's going on, D-Dubs? D-Dubs, my brother.
What's up, D-Dubs?
What's happening, my brother? Big up 101. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. What's your thoughts of the first half so far as well, mate? A lot of people are giving us their thoughts of what's been going on.
Nice bit of defending by Tierney.
For real.
From Luke Shaw's effort. Okay, England now have a corner.
Yeah. G is saying England needs some more pace. Foden is hugely technical, completely nullified. I read that one
On
already.
the break.
Yeah, read that one already.
Lost possession.
So no changes after the break, but I'm sure Gareth Southgate would be considering it. Yeah, I'm sure he's looked at it thinking if this carries on for another 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to have to change it. So within a minute, England unlocked the space inside Scotland's defence, and Mount sucks 2 men from the ball and allows Shaw space to run into it. He's found in a box. He looks to pick out Harry Kane with a low pass, but guess who's there? Kieran Tierney. And Tierney puts it out for a corner. Excellent.
Oh, nice blockage there.
England are pressing.
England are pressing.
Kieran Tierney is bossing it.
Woo! Mason Mount from well outside the box. I don't know how many yards, because I'm not very good with yards, but good save by the keeper though.
Phillips has lost the ball. England win back possession.
So Sterling nutmegs one of their players. Mason Mount gets on the end of it and just kicks it towards goal. Goalkeeper saves it, and it goes over net from an effort by Foden.
I mean, the Scotland don't want Jack Grealish to come on.
Do Scotland want Jack Grealish to come on?
They don't want him to come on.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
I would suspect that even if Grealish was to come on, Steve Clarke would have his markers out.
Put in there by Sterling. I mean, what about Jadon Sancho? I'd get him on there as well. Oh, Mason Mount.
I know.
D says, "What's up, fam?" Yeah, they need to take off Kane. He's looking like he's a yard off the pace. Agree. He wants to see Grealish and Rashford. Yeah. So do we. Yeah.
I told you, take off Kane. England fans need to stop fretting over it. Take him off. He's not the be all and end all. You've got players out there who are doing better than him right now.
Yeah, agreed.
I think Grealish is ready to come on because he looks like he's ready to come on. Maybe not.
Yeah, I listen. I just make changes. It's not happening. If Southgate keeps it like this for the beginning of the second half, then he risks going 1-0 down because they're getting beat up in the midfield. They're getting beat up, and a lot of the guys in the chat, G Dubs, a lot of guys in the chat are saying that they want Grealish and Rashford to come on too.
I must say that England have had more of the chances in this half so far.
Yeah, they started the half brightly, but I mean, it's only 3 or 4 minutes gone.
Yeah. Scotland now have a free throw, which Robertson is going to take.
They're looking for that long ball, and it's just not happening for them.
Oh, that was poor, goalie. That was really poor. You could have kicked it out a bit better than that.
Yeah, you can see Jack Grealish has just been flashed up on the big screen, doing up his laces, and it draws a big cheer from the crowd.
Yeah, but that could mean anything though. That could have been him undoing his laces to scratch his foot.
Right, yeah, but he's just that was all to nudge Southgate, wasn't it? Look at Scotland there. It's just
Scotland.
Ming's just won that off. Just stopped a Scotland counter attack. D saying politics. England will never win anything under Southgate. And too soft. Yeah, I agree with that.
Let me explain something to you all. There are a few teams that I'm looking out for. Scotland, France, Belgium, and Holland. Those are my 4 teams.
You don't like Italy? I'm a fan of Italy, man. I think Italy is going to surprise you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they got some good players, man.
In actual fact, are Spain in this competition?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I've been dipping in and out of this competition to remember who. Anyway, I should actually do well to look at the actual, who's in what group. But,
they're in Slovakia and Poland's group. They're playing Poland tomorrow.
That's right, because Poland lost against Slovakia.
Yeah, and they're in Sweden's group. So Spain drew, didn't they? They drew with. No, they didn't draw. Yeah, they drew with Sweden. They drew with Sweden. So they've got Poland tomorrow. It's not an easy group for them.
Poland are out.
Yeah, they're not going to beat. Poland's not going to beat Spain tomorrow.
Poland are out. And Lewandowski has been quiet. Well, he was quiet in the Slovakia game, so.
Yeah, I tell you what, England, England, 7 minutes gone now. England have come out looking the sharper team in the second half.
I told you. Yeah. I've had more of the chances. But Scotland have actually been there to intercept. But I think Scotland, they need to push forward a bit more. They're playing too defensive in the second half. A little bit in the first half, but they seem to be counter-attacking as opposed to just getting in there. But
you just think something from Phil Foden. You can trust Sterling and Foden to get something going for the team. I mean, I don't think I've seen Harry Kane touch the ball yet in the second half.
He hasn't. He's been non-existent in this game. Full stop. I mean, it's 54 minutes. He's been non-existent apart from that flying header.
Which, again, as I said, was offside.
But apart from that, he's just been dormant. You can see the amount of blue shirts that are making it quite difficult for England.
And you want to hear the joke? England's still not picking up that run from Andrew Robinson down the left-hand flank. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
Over the bar. James had a chance over the bar.
Who? Was that a chance for Scotland?
No, England. By James.
Yeah, you can see I'm building up to that now. 54 minutes, 15 seconds.
55-23.
All right. How did I get behind you again?
You need to refresh.
Yeah, I'm refreshing now. Right, I'm refreshing now. I must be the only person in the world watching from ITV's website.
You should be watching it on live, but then again, I understand you got your different.
Yeah, it's in the next room, and I'm in the office. My wife and my daughter's in there watching Netflix.
Oh, come on.
England fans are making their... It's nice to hear England fans in the stadium. It's nice to hear all that singing in there.
I'd rather that was the Emirates.
Well, I'll be back there in I got my first jab. I'll have my second jab in the first week of August, and then I'm ready. Ready, man. Ready like
what I'll do is I'll look on the website to see what tickets I can get.
Mm.
Oh, here's Kane.
Kane has just been a joke.
Kane, it's like the ball was nicked off of you. What were you moaning for?
G's saying, I'm sorry, but this performance is unacceptable. This comes directly from Southgate. Sets out every game not to lose. Zero intensity, like watching a training game.
It's like...
Well, England was under pressure there, man.
Okay, I think Mount's got this free kick. No, it's Foden.
Wow, Scotland just came at them then. Yeah, that was a let-off.
Okay, I think we can see Grealish warming up.
Get him on the pitch, man.
Get these England fans off my screen. So there are some nice England fans out there. I must admit there are. Well, I just can't. I'm sorry. I just can't support the England national men's team. Sorry.
Well, the women are doing better in everything at the moment.
Exactly. That's why I have an England lady shirt with the word "ladies" on the back.
Oh, that's unlucky. England ladies team, Arsenal ladies, Lord. We have to go support the women them.
Of course. And I've got a Jamaican ladies football top as well.
Jamaican ladies football? Oh, what are us? Let me type in reggae girls.
Yes.
Oh, reggae gal.
I think it's girls, but you can put gal.
Yeah, girls with a Z at the end. I've just seen it.
Yeah.
They beat Nigeria 1-0.
When was this?
2 days ago.
I need to watch that.
Jamaica won Nigeria 0. Reggae girls. Me never even know that.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that either, but yeah, okay. May have to watch that.
Jamaica's on a roll. They beat Guyana 4-0. They beat Aruba 2-0. They beat Aruba again 6-0. They beat Antigua 2-0.
Is this the ladies' team we're talking about?
No, this is the men's team.
They beat my dad's country 4-0.
Yeah, they drawed Serbia 1-0. They did lose to USA 4-1. So
yeah, but was that friendly?
No, that's Nationals Cup.
Oh, okay. So it's not CONCACAF.
Jamaica
coming on. Grealish coming on.
Them Premier League players, right? Jack Grealish is getting stripped at the moment, stripping off his clothes to come on. David Beckham and his son is in the stadium. Hey, David, you got your boots, mate? You got your boots? Did you bring your boots with you? They've just run out of ideas, but they've been a better team in the second half, though.
Nice interception. Nice. Nice.
You feel now is a great time to bring somebody on while you've got momentum.
Come on, Scotland, get some more blue shirts up there, man. Okay, why is the ref stop the game?
I just don't know what he's looking for, which is why he's bringing Grealish on in the 60th minute. Oh, that's a chance. There's nearly an overhead kick there. So Scotland break.
Do you see the interception?
Scotland break. Look at the room for Dyke. Okay, so that's well done there. England got away with that. Ooh, Sterling, a route one ball from the goalkeeper. Pickford picks out Sterling. Sterling just can't get his feet around, and Scotland, great tackle. That's what Scottish men are made for. 50-50 balls like that, get stuck in. Get your kilt in there. Get them studs in. That's what it's all about to be Scottish. I tell you, and the thing is, look at the size of the Scottish players compared to ours.
They're shorter as well. So Scotland have got a corner.
Yeah.
Oh, headed off the line.
What?
Scotland had a chance, but it's headed off the line. You'll see it in a minute.
Oh, man.
Come on, Scotland goalie. Yeah.
She's saying Harry Kane is not right, is he? Well, he's never been right, mate. Not up there anyway.
You want to hear him in post-match interviews. Lord Jesus.
It is hard. I'm struggling. As an Arsenal fan, I'm struggling to cheer on for Harry Kane. I'm struggling. I'm not lying to you. I'm struggling. Corner to
All right,
England.
Foden's coming off. Foden is coming off for Grealish. Just to let you all know.
Oh my God. Scotland nearly went 1-0 up.
I know. And Steve Clarke's reaction.
Oh God. Okay, so guys, Robinson's delivery from the corner was batshit crazy. The delivery was met by Hanley, nodded down for Dykes on the far side. He hooks it towards the far post where James clears it out from under his own crossbar. Reece James clears it off the line. A header. Unbelievable. Here it is again. Was it? It looks like the ball was it wasn't going in. The ball was. Looking at the replay, the ball was going out.
Which one was the Scotland chance?
Yeah, where Reece headed it off the line. The ball was. They showed the replay from an angle where the ball was actually going out, and Reece nods it out anyway. But Jack Grealish is on the pitch. Wow. 64 minutes gone. Or 65 minutes if you're sitting with Ebony.
No, 64 minutes and 5 seconds.
Man, why can't I get this stream going?
You need to refresh.
I've refreshed it, but I'm never going to be... I'm never going to be up there.
Probably need to refresh every 30 seconds.
Jordan Pickford standing next to Dyke looks frail, man. As I said, Poland versus Spain.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might watch that. So you only streaming England games?
Yeah, I stream the England games because that's what them lot asked me. Tomorrow is France-Hungary and Portugal-Germany. I wouldn't mind streaming a Portugal-Germany. Lord. I'll talk to Bertram in the morning and see if he wants to do one of those. Sunday, Italy versus Wales, Switzerland, Turkey. But tomorrow, man, some juicy games. Spain, Poland, Hungary, France, and Portugal-Germany. That Portugal-Germany is going to be cracking. Tell you, I don't know what gear England are playing in at the moment. It was a decent half to the start, but they nearly went 1-0 down again. You got to put it down. Scotland have come to play. You got to put it down. You got to put it down. G saying England may still be in second gear, but someone appears to have disconnected the clutch. D saying they took off the most potent attacker. Hold on, England on the attack. They took off the most potent attacker in the front three, Foden. Yeah, I agree. and it's all politics. Southgate is a puppet. Don't care who won. Now you want Scotland to win. Yeah, I don't know why you take off Foden. That just doesn't make any sense. What makes it worse is Harry Kane is the worst player on the pitch in the first half, and then you take off Foden. That's why I said I would have brought on Marcus Rashford. I would have brought Rashford on, but they're not going to take off their captain. Just like you said, it's politics. Jack Grealish, he gets on the ball for the first time and he wins a corner. Made an immediate impact. That's what you want to see from your men coming up off the pitch. Cross to England, set piece now.
What I miss?
Grealish won a corner
and didn't go anywhere.
It's a free kick. It's free kick to England now.
Okay. Well, Scotland, get it out there. Come off the flank.
Luke Shaw with a decent cross. We've got Mings on the right hand side. Grealish is just so good. And I'm not even going to say why don't Arsenal have a player like that, because we got Smith Rowe.
Yeah, sorry. Talking of Grealish, what's this about? You know, we're in for him.
The Villa shut the door on that.
I know.
They shut the door on that a long time ago. They're not selling him. Someone's going to have to come in with stupid money. 90 grand.
Sorry, 90 million.
100 million. Someone's going to have to come in with three figures. They're going to have to come in with six figures if they want him. That's nine figures, actually, 100 million.
Mm.
It's well balanced at the moment, man.
Look,
I'm not going to put it past Scotland here to get a result. I mean, they've had as much chances as England to score, and we're approaching the 70th minute now, guys, and it's still 0-0 at Wembley. Who's that? Oh, it's Grealish. Grealish is so sick on the ball, man. But he loses it, and Scotland break. Look at that. Scotland don't have the support. Dykes has got the ball in the midfield. He's running. He's got 3 England players in front of him. He's got no support. There's a Scotland player who's down. Who was it? I think it was... Who was down? Could have been... yeah.
There have been points where Scotland have actually been isolated. Scottish players have been isolated because there's been nobody there to come forward.
Yeah.
And it's happened quite a few times in this game.
Yeah, have to agree. Let's see what our guys are saying now. D's saying, I mean, England don't have to win, whereas Scotland have to go for it. Yeah, I agree. And we're definitely seeing that today. Why bring Henderson and Maguire? Politics. England will never be a tournament with a numpty like Southgate. True. G says, what is Southgate on? He's watching a different game to me. Foden has been lively. Sterling's been awful. Agreed. And see you later, D. Big shout out to you, my brother. Big time, bro. Kuke saying Southgate clueless, takes England's best player off. Why not have Foden and Grealish? Oh, man.
How many times do we have to say that Harry Kane should be taken off? He's not doing anything. But then that's how it's a bit like Arteta and some of the players that have let him down. Like Southgate will persist on Kane because he's the captain. Sometimes you've got to be brave and drop your best or your so-called best player.
I'm just talking to Nabil on the chat.
Is that an offside?
I just told him I'll give him a shout out. Big shout out to Nabil, who's home alone at the moment. And we should have had a game party down his yard.
Tomorrow is Portugal.
Versus... Yeah, Portugal, Germany.
And I think Rashford is coming on now.
Much needed. I mean, Harry Kane just looks knackered. His legs. He doesn't even have the legs. And England are running out of ideas. Yep, big chance for them to really get a result tonight. It could be. Look, I think the way the game has gone at the moment, you got to be fair and say a draw is a decent result. But it's there for the taking for anybody. Yes, Rashford definitely is coming on. He's just taking his top off. Kuke said another England team where the whole is less than the sum of its parts. Turkey against Switzerland. So for all you Xhaka fans out there, you can go and watch your king play against Turkey.
Luke Shaw almost scored. You'll see.
Jack Grealish is just the sickest footballer. Look at that. The most fouled player in the Premiership. I think I'm going to come up to this Luke Shaw chance now. Are we coming up to it? I tell you what, Scotland looked like the home side. There it is. Here comes Luke Shaw. Right, yeah. Luke Shaw's looked bright, guys. He played 1-2 with Mason Mount running into the box. And he moves to bend it in the inside of the far post. And it's just not close enough. Good move, though. Look at that. It's a nice move. Would have been a great goal if it went in. Hard to get on target, those ones. Yeah. Luke Shaw. Yeah, that's a Luke Shaw chance. Harry Kane's coming off, which is exactly what I said. Take off Kane for Rashford. Yeah. I like how they use Marcus Rashford MBE.
Magic boots for England.
I like how they use the man's title. So people might think that was an intriguing substitution, but Kane has done nothing. He was anonymous. So Southgate's had to take his captain off. And I don't even want anybody to say to me that was a big decision and that was a big game changer, because it wasn't. We weren't doing nothing.
But if England lose, it's all down to South. Oh, shut up.
I think Tony has just said, where's Tony? Tony's just said Harry Kane's value must have come down a few million now. Tony's killing me. Oh, that's mad. Why would you put Calvert-Lewin on instead of Marcus Rashford? Yeah, Gary Neville pointing out that England are not even pressing Scotland when they have the ball. So with Rashford, you know you're going to get that work rate out of him.
They'll probably mark him out as well.
Scotland substitution, Billy Gilmore makes way for Stuart Armstrong as he gets a standing ovation for coming off the pitch. For England, it's been really lethargic. It's just been a second-rate performance. That's all I can really say. There's no urgency in England's performance at all. Started the second half brightly.
Too high, Adams. Too high.
All right, let's have a look.
Cross gets to Adams way too high, well over the bar. Actually, no, not even well over the bar. It's like wide because it's shown at a different angle.
77 minutes.
I'm 77.50.
Look at the run by Dykes. And England are committing so much men forward. Scotland are so much more hungry at the moment. To Scotland, this is just a Premiership game.
I told you it's an SPL versus EPL.
Mm-hmm. Shea Adams just blew it, man.
No.
Shea Adams just blew it.
That's not even a penalty.
He miskicks it. Completely miskicks it. Oh, man.
All right, Scotland have got a goal kick anyway.
Raheem Sterling, who's got the ball now, trying to get past and twist his way into the box. Not really been that involved. Ooh, is that a penalty?
No, it's not.
Sterling?
No. It's not.
I don't know. Let's have another look at that.
Penalty. Have a look
He
at
makes
it in
contact. That's a penalty for me. He makes contact. That's a penalty for me. There, he makes contact. No. That's a penalty for me. There. He steps on him. That's contact. For me, that's a penalty all day long. He makes contact. I mean, Alan McCoist and the guys, Alan McCoist is Scottish anyway, so he's going to say no. But the guys in the commentary are saying it's not a penalty, again, because they're Scottish. But for me, I don't care whether it was I don't care about the tackle. All I care about by the book is if there was contact, and there was contact. It was
minimal.
It was minimal, I agree. But if you can give a penalty for David Luiz's knee tipping somebody for contact, then shit, man, this is textbook. I don't think
that was a joke.
I'll never live that up.
That was one of the biggest jokes of the Premiership last season.
I'll never ever live that up.
It was a fair tackle, Marcus. I love you, but it was a fair tackle. That's Scotland on the break.
I like the way how VAR, look at this. VAR says there is minimal contact on the foot, barely. It doesn't matter if it was minimal, and it doesn't matter if it was barely. What matters is if there was contact. So VAR, you've just done yourself in with that statement. and the ref has done himself in. The question is, was there contact? The answer is yes. So it doesn't matter whether it was barely or minimal. Did he catch him? I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, but you can see that the ball was actually the main target. But
oh yeah, you can see that.
Yeah.
I love how they justify it to their own means. I've been seeing that happen all against Arsenal this past season. And some stuff that weren't even looked at from VAR, it weren't even that important. 10 minutes left in the game, guys. I'm at 81 minutes, which means that
minutes now.
Ebony's 82 minutes. And we're entering the closing parts of the game. Raheem Sterling went down from a challenge from Andrew Robertson. There was a partial clip contact, and they didn't like it and said no penalty. England fans not going to be happy with that. Let me just go to Andy, our Spurs supporter on our Friday night panel. Let me just go to Andy. Andy says, I've told you before, Kane has been carrying an injury for months. He clearly is not fully fit. So he's just clearing it up for everybody. So this is, again, a Gareth Southgate problem. If you've got a player and he's not 100% fit, what are you doing playing him at Wembley against Scotland in the Euro 2020s? I don't get that. That's on the manager. That is on the manager. If he's not fit and you've got a trailer load of players who are sitting on the bench, yeah. That's just stupidness. And again, England's Achilles heel is the slow build-up play. It's just too slow. Too many touches in the midfield. Kind of reminds me of Arsenal. We've had a message from Tony now. Tony said, to be honest, I didn't think Harry Kane would get subbed. Sorry, guys. I've just had a call. I better put an answer in. Right. Okay. Sorry, I got a call from Washington, D.C. while I was live streaming. I just told him, mate, I'm online, right? Live streaming. Back to the game. I think it's safe to say that England, unless they have a magical moment, might be messing up their chances of making the semi-finals here. Both teams need this win today, guys. It's 5 minutes left in the game. It's two very open games versus Croatia and Scotland. England shouldn't be just matching Croatia and Scotland. If you've got admirations of winning the Euros, you have to be better than them. You have to be better than those teams. So that's it really from me, guys. I mean, England are just chasing shadows at the moment. Scotland have been doing well. They're hogging the ball, trying to keep possession, trying to hold on to that chance to get the point. It'd be a great result for Scotland, but it does mean Scotland would need to win their last game. For England, it'd be 4 points out of 2 games. Solar Effect says, another stalemate, Apollo. England disappoints once again. I mean, yeah, it's not over yet, but it's not a good display. It's slow build up. It's not what the fans were looking for. They lacked energy, lacked urgency. They just did not commit themselves. You don't start a guy like Harry Kane when he's obviously not fit, and you've got players on the bench. You've got Grealish. You've got Saka's not even lined up. I mean, what would a Saka do in this game? It's just all wrong. You play the players who are in form and can get you a result. And what Darren Southgate has done today is he's just gone for his favourites. They haven't done him any favours. He's taken way too long to make substitutions. And England have got what they deserve, really, at the moment. There's still 5 minutes left, but it's not good. It's not good.
3 minutes.
I mean, right now, yeah, I mean, England can't even get the ball off Scotland right now.
That's what Scotland want.
Yeah, and Grealish hasn't had a sniff of the ball in the last 10 minutes. Guys, we got to ask ourselves the question: did the Croatia game take a lot out of England? That's what we have to say. Did the Croatia game take a lot out of England? Remember, guys, we've only had one shot on target from England. And that was in the first half. In the second half so far, nothing. So O'Donnell fouls Grealish, gets a yellow card, goes into the book. And obviously, a lot of that is done for time wasting. Scotland just really trying to ride this one out. It's been such a lethargic performance from England. And you have to say the Scots have done well. You got to say that they've done well.
Yeah.
You've got to say that they've done well.
You can see the papers tomorrow. England fail.
Oh my God. Southgate is gonna get it tomorrow in the press. I'll put up another stat here. So
Scotland have got an injury.
So here this guys, Harry Kane's 19 touches is the fewest he's ever had in a game where he's played more than 45 minutes for England. That is ridiculous. I'm sending Tony a message. Just telling him that we missed him today.
He said he's not interested in the Euros.
Yeah, Tony's a mad thing. He's watching the game though, because he's messaging us in the chat room, which is the Friday night chat. He's messaging us in the Friday night chat, not the 101 chat. We're just hearing now is what would the England inquest centre on? It will centre on the team sheet. You've got, I mean, a Rashford. You take Foden, England's best player, Foden. You take him off. Saka's before this tournament. Saka has had 3 man of the matches in the last 5 England games, and he's not even on the bench. Grealish, your most creative player, you put him on after an hour.
Ramble.
And he's not even touched the ball in the last 10 minutes. Sacrilege. 2 minutes added time, guys. 2 minutes added time.
One of which has been played.
Phew, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. The ball, they're fighting around with the ball in the England box. Whoa, it comes loose and Scotland clear. I knew nothing happened because Ebony didn't say anything. G says it's hard to watch. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. So the England fans are quiet, and it's the Tartan Army making all the noise at Wembley, singing the Flower of Scotland. Very, very frustrating. I mean, England just look like they don't know what they're doing. That's what Kuke says. This is like watching Derby versus Forest. The big build-up, lots of history, intense rivalry, unfit players. That's harsh. A few wastes of shirt and someone to spawn a goal in the last minute. G says, when you don't have a game plan, when your team lacks ideas, pace and movement, it doesn't matter how much talent you're putting on. Southgate's plan tonight was no plan. Yeah, I agree. Mad. So that's it, guys. That's the full-time whistle. It's a disappointing game. There's no doubt about that. But the Scottish fans are singing and in uproar. The Scottish fans are loving it. So let me just turn off my stream. Yeah, the Scottish fans are loving it. I mean, remember, guys, second in the group plays Sweden or Slovakia. The winner of this group, are you guys ready for this? The winner of this group plays France, Portugal, or Germany. That's the winner. The second place team plays Sweden or Slovakia. So could this be Darren Southgate's master plan? Could this be Darren Southgate's master plan where he is looking to face either Sweden or Slovakia instead of being the winner of this group and end up playing France, Portugal, or Germany? Well, overall, guys, it's a draw. Scotland's going to come out of this game the happier out of the two. G says, before the match, I thought there were 6 teams in the Euros better than England. Now I think there's 7. Oh, that's a low blow. He says, when you don't have a game plan, yeah, I read that one out already. Yeah, that's harsh. That's a tough one. It wasn't a great performance. England, there's boos surrounding Wembley from the home fans. England dropped points against their oldest rivals and against the team that's the 3rd lowest ranked team in the tournament. And England missed a chance to qualify for the knockout stages. For Scotland earned a point, and you wouldn't have begrudged them at all to get all 3. I mean, Scotland had chances to win this game. A win over Croatia now probably takes them through, but for England, it's they got to do better against the Czech Republic on Tuesday night. That wasn't good at all. It was really painful to watch, and be good to see what you guys think. That wasn't a good performance. It'd be good to see what you guys think. And Ebony's got a friend there that I'm going to wave to, who's just gone. Oh God, that was poor. I'm just checking social media now to see what's going on and what they're saying. 101. What are you guys thinking out there? How did you think that went for both teams, really?
Put it this way, you can't really take anything away from Scotland. Even my colleague Tony said that Scotland played well, and they did play well. They played well. Steve Clarke got his tactics right. England were marked out. Sterling was marked out. England had 4 good chances, maybe 5 at best. Scotland had their chances as well. And Scotland came out to do what they had to do, and that was to not let England score.
Yeah.
And you can't really take anything away from them.
I mean, it's let's have a look at some more comments here. 18's just said poor. G says Steve Clarke strides onto the pitch. He's smiling, and so he should be. He's Scotland's side of subdued England on their own turf, and G's American, so he don't give a damn. He's saying England was slow. Yeah, I just remember you guys beat Jamaica 4-1, so I should be moaning on you right now. England was slow all night and slow across the pitch. Arguably, 1-2 players in an England shirt to come out of the night in credit were Jordan Pickford, which I said in the first half, Tyrone Mings. Good shout. I thought James played okay, though.
Mount played all right as well.
He went missing in the second half.
But then, Foden, he went missing as well for me.
And then they took him off when he's like his England's best player. That's crazy.
But then they had to take off Kane because Kane wasn't doing anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Kane was just like, he had one chance. And I know it was offside anyway. All right. But that was the only real chance that he had. Apart from that, he was anonymous for the whole game. Yeah.
Any more comments from you guys who are watching the stream? Let me know what your thoughts are. Cool K saying England did not do enough and did not deserve to win this game. Scotland will feel very disappointed. I'm not sure. I think you saw the crowd, you saw the players. They look really happy. I think Scotland are really happy with tonight. Yeah, they had probably, apart from Stones' header that hit the post, they had the best clear-cut chances. They had one off the line, and then they had one which Pickford pulled off a great save. If I was Scotland, I'd be gutted.
Yeah, I mean, Scotland had their chances, and they were almost unlucky with that scramble towards the end. But I think if I was Scotland, I'd be happy.
Yeah, true.
If I was Steve Clarke, I'd be very happy because he got his tactics right.
Totally nullified England. So let me just do a quick player rating. I'm going to do Jordan Pickford. I'm going to give him a 7. Excellent save to deny O'Donnell's volley. I thought it was a strength just to palm it away and get down on the floor quickly. I think that was what I was most impressed about. Reece James, I'm going to give him a 5. Ashley, I'll give him a 5.5 because he delivered that cross for Harry Kane to head the ball just wide. But he was just reluctant to go forward. And for me, that was kind of frustrating. Sorry, man, all you Reece James fans, but 5.5. To me, he reminded me of a Bellerin. Just not one that was looking to get forward and add to the attack. John Stones, I give him a 6. He made a crucial block to intercept Adams' goal. And obviously he had the header on the post, but that didn't account to nothing. It was the block, really, to stop Adams from scoring. So I'm going to give him a 6. Tyrone Mings would probably be the best player for me. I think I'll give him a 7. And he played to his strengths. And he's one of England's few players to come out of the game with a good reputation. Luke Shaw, 6.5. Took a bit of a whack in the first half, but got himself back up to deliver a good performance down on the left-hand side. Calvin Phillips, I'll give him a 6 as well. He was adventurous with his runs forward and got some really good crosses into Foden and Sterling, which didn't really account to anything. Declan Rice, I give him a 4, was even playing. He struggled to impose himself. Scotland had a 3 at the back, 5 in the midfield, and 2 up front. Scotland's 5-man midfield really nullified England, and that's why Declan Rice didn't do much. Foden, I think I give him a 6. I thought he was lively in the first half and then faded, got substituted off for Jack Grealish, but I thought he'd started the game okay. Mason Mount, I give him a 6 as well. Yeah, he lost his man in the build-up to Adams nearly scoring, but apart from that, Mount was promising in the first half, and he was good on set pieces. Sterling, I give him a 6 as well. Busy, dazzling runs in the first half, faded away in the second half. Although VAR declined that penalty, I thought it was a penalty. There was contact, and I thought he should have run a penalty. Harry Kane, I give him a 3. Let's move on to the next one. Jack Grealish, I give him a 7. I thought he had bags of creativity when he came on, running at the defence, but just too little, too late. Marcus Rashford, I give him a 6. And that's where I'll go with the... Can you hear me, Ebony? I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the players?
England, they had some very good chances, couldn't put them away. I would say that Scotland had them in their back pocket at some points in the game. In the beginning, Scotland, they had to wake up a little bit because Scotland frightened them because they almost scored. So Scotland had to wake up. And I felt sometimes that there were Scotland players that were isolated because they didn't have enough support at some parts. But when they did, you could see that the interceptions were great, the tackles were great. I mean, as for England, I'm not taking anything away from Scotland because they played well. They came to do a job that was to make sure that England didn't win. They marked Scotland. They marked England out well. Sterling was marked. You know, all the players that needed to be marked were marked, as far as I'm concerned. As for England, I mean, England, for me personally, I just think that maybe Southgate underestimated them a little bit too much. You know, if you want to win this big rivalry, you know, at least have Grealish playing from minute 1.
Yeah, you got to impose
Rashford
yourself on them. You've got to impose yourself on Scotland. Yeah.
And the fact that you know, the great Kane, he was non-existent. He should have come off before the first half, the end of the first half. He should have come off before that because he was dormant. He was dormant for the 70 plus minutes that he was on. He was dormant. And like I keep saying, he had that one chance. I know it was offside, but still, that's really about the only chance that he had. But otherwise, he was just... You actually forgot that he was actually playing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I said about Declan Rice. How many times did you see Declan Rice's name being mentioned?
None. In actual fact, I saw him on screen once. That's how quiet he was. And again, I think that's possibly down to the marking. I think it's also down to Southgate underestimating Scotland. You can't look. I know England have beaten Scotland more than Scotland have beaten England, but the fact of the matter is you can't underestimate any team. And if you are going to go out and win this group, which England probably will anyway, and get knocked out by a better team, you have to have your best players. You have to have your best players from minute 1. Grealish, Rashford, and who else did they not bring on? Saka should have come on as well, but he wasn't even on the bench.
He wasn't in the pitch, yeah. So that's why I think
as well.
That's why I think Southgate is going for second place. He wants Sweden and Slovakia awaits the team in second place. The winner has got to go and play France, Germany, Portugal. England ain't going to get past that.
This is how England, well, the manager anyway, is so unambitious. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to win this competition, you've got to beat the best teams out there. and that means winning your group and playing a harder team. But this kind of reminds me of the World Cup, where England had a relatively easy group and they escaped the harder teams until they got to Belgium.
Yeah.
Or Croatia, actually.
Yeah. It's like you mess around with those teams. Like I said, Scotland was the 3rd worst team ranked in this tournament, and you don't pick up 3 points or no. It's not a disaster, but if you got any admirations, I mean, they could have got through today. Had they won today, England, it would have guaranteed that they would have made the group, made it out of the knockout stages. But just reading Greg saying, Southgate can have all the class and dignity in the world, and he does, and has done great things for the culture and pride and the reputation of England. But tactically, he just isn't the one. Have to agree with the grades. Kuke saying, Scotland definitely the better team tonight. England will have to drastically up their game if they're going to have any chance of progressing beyond the last 16. It's always the way, though, isn't it?
I agree. Yeah. You have to bring on your best players from minute one, and he didn't do that. And you're taking off Foden. What you should have done was left Foden there, take off Kane, and maybe replace Kane with Grealish, and leave Foden on there because Foden was a threat.
Yeah, he was. All right, guys. Anything else to say? Any comments before we break it up?
I've got no more comments. I'm just looking forward to the better games from France, Holland.
Yeah, I'd like to do the Portugal-Germany tomorrow. I'm going to see what the guys are saying. All right, then. That's it from us, guys. Thanks for joining us for the stream. I appreciate that. Felt really winded today, so again, I'm just trying to get back into used to doing these podcasts, and I hope you guys are enjoying all the daily videos that I'm uploading as well. And we'll see which of the other games that we cover. England plays again on Tuesday, so we'll try and do something there. But we'll have a look and see if we can touch on the weekend. Peace, guys. Right back at you. Have a good one, man.
Peace.
Nice.